Welcome back. This week in our Small Business Spotlight, a leading investment advisor has some rules of the road for your money in this economy. Barry Glassman, president of Glassman Wealth Advisors, was picked by Washingtonian magazine readers as the top person to trust when it comes to financial planning. He joins us today with 3 top tips for small business owners and startups. Barry Glassman, thanks for joining us on Washington Business Report.
Thanks for including me.
So you're constantly looking at the economy and adjusting your advice to your clients, and you say right now your number one advice to small business owners is now actually is a good time to access capital. So go to the banks, ask for some loans and use it. Why?
Well, keep in mind that not only do I advise small businesses, but I'm a small business myself. And we're 5 years out from the Great Recession and the tightening and the bank crisis and so forth. And what's incredible now is that banks have money to lend. They're sitting on it. They're waiting for opportunities.
Which we didn't think we would see for a while. It felt like they weren't going to open up the coffers.
No, but if you are a good qualified company with income and a lot of times needing to sign personally, that's still there. You have access to capital. And I recommend that people access capital for one of 3 reasons. Firstly, to expand. Let's say you want to take on an opportunity or hire more employees or buy another company. 2, to refinance old debt that might be at higher interest rates. Or number 3, just for a rainy day. Let's say that you need an equity line or a line of credit rather. Just in case you need money to make payroll and for cash crunch needs.
Get it while the sun is shining, you're saying.
Yeah.
Good advice, good advice. Number 2, you say right now is the time, not yet to go hire everybody now that the sun is starting to shine. Your rule, engage rather than employ. What do you mean by that?
Well, when I fly around the country, a lot of times when I say I'm from the Washington, D.C. area, you know what they ask me? They say, so you're a lawyer? We're not the lawyer capital anymore. We're not the lawyer capital. We're the consultant capital. And I love the fact that small businesses, as opposed to bringing on a marketing strategist, a legal in-house counsel and so forth, they're hiring consultants. And it's a great opportunity for businesses today. A lot of these people left big companies and became consultants. And what I love about them, firstly, you save money on space and possibly benefits and so forth, and you may not need them full time, but the real benefit is that they cross-pollinate. You don't have an accountant, you may, but you don't have an accountant who works for you full time. You like the fact that you have an accountant who deals with 200 clients and all of their problems, they can relate to you when you have a challenge.
They can bring best practices. That's one of the things I love about what you're saying, talking to people who are doing this for many different clients and really know what is
And social media is a great one. For you to have your own social media person, a lot of people hire the just out of college person to do it. Hire a consultant who does it full time for dozens of companies. And it's just a great way to save a bit of money but have the top expertise.
Are you a big fan of monthly retainer or case-by-case basis, or it just depends on what it is that
it could be a project, like running an event, or it could be just we're going to engage you for 6 months and see how it goes.
That's good advice. Okay, and the third piece of advice, I love it. You don't have to have the startup that wows everyone by having the biggest bells and whistles. Have a lean startup if you're just launching your small business.
There's a great new book, and I encourage all small businesses or startups to read this. It's called The Lean Startup. It's by Eric Ries. And what it talks about is not having the grandiose final product done and ready in order to bring it to market. Keep in mind that even big companies like Starbucks, and when Procter & Gamble comes out with a new scent for Tide, they don't launch it to the world. They launch it in small markets, test it, get feedback, refine it, pivot, and so forth. And small companies need to learn from this. So to come out with something, just to get it done and out, get feedback, pivot, improve it, get feedback, pivot, improve it.
It's a remarkable time. You don't have to have bricks and mortars. There's so much you can do to start your own business. I read a book that I like very much, The $100 Startup, that I recommend as well. Barry Glassman, not only do you give great financial advice, you have been a great philanthropic leader in the community. You've done some recent things that I came to know you for, so thank you for your wisdom and your generosity in joining us on Washington Business Report. Thank you so much. And stay with us. Coming up, it's dubbed the Washington Nerd Prom, but big names in Hollywood and business now use it for branding. We'll have 2 insiders bring us the scoop after the break.